Well, it's Sunday evening, and it is a lovely 75 degrees Fahrenheit out here. And I would love to get out and go bike riding, but it's just a little too dark. Sun is going down, and there aren't too many tall buildings you can see from our house, but you can see down here that the sun is reflecting off the building there, and as it goes down, it would be a bad time to go bike riding. So Thursday night, we noticed a problem with a couple of the lights in the house. And the behavior, I used to do electrical work. I hate doing electrical work. Let me just emphasize that part right now. But the pattern to me looks like faulty junction box somewhere, loose wire, something, because the pattern is consistent in several places, and it looks like it's going to be something up in the attic, and I'm not going up in the attic. So Friday I called around, and unfortunately I don't think it's going to cause the house to burn down, so I've got an electrician coming out tomorrow. So because Chuan's and court, I'm going to have to take the day off, short notice, so I will be home. And if they have to do any work Tuesday, so I have a couple days of possibly sitting with no electricity. I don't know. Guess we'll find out. But could be two very, very nice days if the weather continues like this. I have spent my entire life in the pursuit of great pizza, but the fact is, I basically love any kind of pizza as long as it doesn't have disgusting toppings on it, like, vegetables. But it is true that over the years there are more options, better pizzas, different styles, more diversity, and even the market for frozen pizza, food technology marches on. And so, although I've still never had a great frozen pizza, I've had tolerable ones. So I was very impressed by the packaging and the appearance of the Screamin' Sicilian Pizza Company's Bessie's Revenge Cheese Pizza frozen that we happen to have see today while shopping. And so I thought I had to have that. And I've cooked one up. Here's a couple slices right there. And it genuinely smells like the bad old days of pizza, frozen pizza from the 1970s, which is a smell I thought I had forgotten until I smelled this, and I'm like, wow, I have not smelled that in 40 years. And now I'm eating this pizza, and it tastes just like a 1970s. It's not a recommendation. I am not making a recommendation here. Yeah, no. Got it. But first, let me explain. Yes, they came out, took a look. Probably a junction box in the attic, or possibly more likely a junction box than it is a wall outlet somewhere. But it could theoretically be a wall outlet. So, but it also could be a wire going bad. So they're going to come back tomorrow and rummage around the attic and solve the problem. Hopefully it's not... there is that whole, gosh, this house is old and ought to be rewired, but that's not happening. So hopefully we get that fixed tomorrow, and it won't be horribly expensive. So that's good. So that's one out of the way. So I had the day off, and I'm going to have tomorrow off, and I'm probably going to be sans electricity tomorrow at some point. So I've been working on things. I've gotten 2 podcast episodes edited, so I don't have to worry about that for a couple weeks. They're posted and in the queue in WordPress, and then I have a video still. Well, I have 4 videos technically still to do there. Two videos, each one in 2 parts, so 4 videos for my wife for her school later this week. So I'll have to do that tomorrow. I still have to watch 2 episodes of TV shows, one Omega Factor and one Blake 7, so that I can do podcasts on tonight and on Wednesday. So that's still stuff I have to do. I'm going to have to go pick up James here in about 10 minutes. But the important part is that I think I have the accounting straightened out for Camp Quest. Now, the problem I've been having is, one, I don't know accounting, so I've been taking online courses on accounting just to get to the basic level of credits and debits. And once you get past the fact that if you have an asset account like cash, that debiting it actually credits it in the sense of the word that everyone except accountants use, it makes sense. In other words, debits are increasing the value of your cash account and credits are decreasing the value of a bank account, for example. Once you get past that idea and realize that you balance that against these non-existent categories elsewhere, which are equity and liabilities and expenses, then suddenly it all starts to make a little bit of sense. So that's all fine and dandy, and I got that, and so therefore it's really simple. For example, hi, I'm just, I haven't done this before, so this is a new thing that I'm doing. But I'm basically sort of jumping the timeline because I'm sitting at my desk editing this episode of Tedium Unlimited. And I'm editing the first parts, which I shot earlier in the week. And I have the gift of hindsight. So as you can see here above me, I'm explaining how I've worked out the accounting. I have not worked out the accounting. I've been at this all week and I keep learning more and I keep seeing, oh no, I'm doing it wrong and I'm getting closer, but I am definitely arrogantly experiencing a little bit of false accomplishment in this segment of video. So I'm just going to cut that out and then we'll resume immediately thereafter. After the fact, but I'm pretty sure that's right. I'm pretty sure that's right based on what I've been able to research and figure out. So I'm quite pleased about that. And I promise I will not bore you with that much accounting very often because I'm not an accountant. Well, the electrical problem solved. So that's good. It wasn't terribly major. This house has got old wiring. And of course, you always get, hey, you should have this place rewired. And I should. But little, I don't know, whoever did what electricians call makeup when the wires, the Romex goes into the boxes and then you strip the wires back and you use the wire nuts to complete the circuits in the house. We call that the makeup in the box. And whoever did this house were complete jerks. How's that for keeping our clean tag? They're like this long. So if you've got 2 wires coming from opposite sides, they're just long enough that they were able to strip the wires, put the wire nuts on, and that's it. But if there's something breaks, and occasionally that does happen at the end, there's not enough wire left in there to remake the connection without repulling, and that's what we've had to do. We've had to repull a wire between 2 junction points. And so that wasn't terribly expensive, but it was up in the attic, and that's no fun, so I didn't do it. So, yay. That's good. Now we've got a different problem. The sink is completely clogged up in the kitchen, and I've had liquid plumber in it now for hours, and it has not made any progress whatsoever. So I'm gonna go get one of those like little plastic things you ram down a drain and kind of twist it around a little bit just to see if I can break it free enough for it to go down. Otherwise, we've got a problem. Because I've made chili for dinner today, and which is a messy dish with lots of bowls, and plates, and crackers, and etc. And it's not going to do us any good to have all that sitting around and being unable to wash dishes or rinse them out. So, yeah. Yay! Apple Pay at Ace Hardware. Well, that's it for this sort of disjointed episode. I have been, as I mentioned with a little while ago in the interstitially part, I have been, I can get a problem in my mind, a logic problem, and it will start crowding everything out to the exclusion of all else. And that's what's happening here. This accounting thing has just dominated my waking thoughts. It dominates I wake up thinking about it. It's really, really got me flummoxed and annoyed. And I am close. And I think it doesn't have to be perfect, frankly. It just needs to be not incompetent. I will settle for that because our needs are quite simple. Anyway, enough of that. Not much has happened during the course of the week because of that. I have just been working on it. Tomorrow is my son's 11th birthday. Traditionally, those who are natural-born glovers in my line of the family always have pizza on their birthday. But tomorrow we're actually going out somewhere that my son doesn't know about, so we'll talk about that tomorrow or in the next edition of Tedium Unlimited. But we went out and had pizza for him tonight. This is him having pizza, and it's quite funny because he couldn't wait.
Good.
And as you can see, it's too hot, which is kind of funny, but at the same time, I feel bad laughing at my son's pain. But it was kind of fun. It's like, anyway. So that's it, and find out if anything interesting happened on the next episode of Tedium Unlimited. And remember, like, comment, and subscribe.